Paul. Yes. Last night I took about 17 pictures. Yes. Of various documents that are issued by the federal government, the paperwork burden statement. Yes. And then this whole zip code issue. Yes. Now it's a completely different way of looking at the employees, but I thought I'd spend some time in the 9As. Oh, if you look at 9A.08 RCW, yes, it's called Principles of Liability. Poo. Now, there's what's known as the general requirements of culpability, the kinds of culpability defined. Yes. Now, the intent. Ouch. Courts are intentionally wasting taxpayer funds so that municipalities default on their bonds. A person, with intent or intentionality, when he or she acts with the objective or purpose to accomplish a result which constitutes a crime. Now, I would say that violating the requirements of the civil court procedures, RCWs, of 5 judicial days notice before having civil court protection order hearings, with the culpability that you don't give a fuck about what you're doing, pooch, is an actual crime. A person knows or acts knowingly or with knowledge. He or she is aware of a fact. Oops. Do you know how many judicial days that you have to give the respondent due process before having court hearings? Oops. The facts or circumstances or result described by a statute defining an offense. Oops. Now, these civil court hearings where you decided that I was going to pay a child support, yes, I know that your county court rules, at least the rules that I've read when I went looking for them, yes, they don't define how many days notice you have to give the respondent. Pooch. But I'm thinking court commissioners know. Ooch. Superior court judges know. And you completely disregard the facts of what you're aware of. Pooch. That would be the culpability, Judge. Ooh. Wait. Now, I'm thinking I could sue you for the principle of liability that each and every elected judge is reckless in your actual office and the sworn oath of office as a judge. There's some criminal negligence for the fraud of having court hearings without it. Now, I thought, when I, as an American citizen, inform law enforcement. Now, this was on page 9 of the 9As. I circled it. Yes. Criminal negligence. A person is criminally negligent or acts with criminal negligence when he or she fails to be aware of substantial risk that a wrongful act, as in having court hearings without proof of service, civil court protection order hearings, or having dissolution of marriage hearings without proof of actual service and the reply, may occur, and his or her failure to be aware of such substantial risk to those that own the municipal bonds of every school of the United States constitutes a gross deviation from the standard of care of any court commissioner or judge in any county of the United States that a reasonable person would exercise in the same situation. Now, let's say I was a judge, just hypothesize. Pooch! I look at the court file and I say, well, where's the actual proof that you served the respondent? Well, I mailed him 140 days ago notice of hearings. Yes, but he never responded. I know. You wouldn't say it's criminal negligence for costing the taxpayers unnecessary amounts of interest or the credit rating of a municipality because you just had to have a court hearing so that you could get paid to be in court that day? I think it is criminal negligence. I think it is.